Okay, so You're Wrong, I'm Right is wrong, and I'm right. I've been telling him to download, or like buy mixtapes for a long time because he does reviews of rap albums, and rap albums are just like putrid. They suck dick. I mean, like, they, it's always like some A&R guy who's like, alright, you gotta have like, this song is like your Juicy, and this song's your, like, Memory Lane, and this song's your this. Like, they just like, it's all focus groups. But like, here's some mixtapes that I used to collect mixtapes in Chicago. These aren't all of them my mixtapes, but there's some pretty cool ones. Like this S. Carter collection was an awesome mixtape that Jay-Z put out. This is actually like old songs, but it's like shit you can't get on albums, and like it's pretty cool. But oh, this is like my favorite mixtape ever. This is Invasion Part 2. This is Eminem and like everyone on Shade when they were like dissing Ja Rule and shit, and like, oh my god, this is when they're on fire on the mixtapes because they just go into a booth, they record it, and then throw it on the streets. So like, the albums are like so fucking auto-tuned and produced and ridiculous. They get like all these guest appearances, whereas like the mixtapes are fucking raw. And like, I mean, none of this. I mean, Eminem's probably on like 5. Looks like he's on 5 or 6 tracks, but it's like Obi Trice, like everyone. So it's pretty much an album. It's like the Shady Records album, and DJ Green Lantern produced it. So it's sort of like also a DJ Green Lantern album. So it's not like the integrity is lost. It's not like, when I say mixtapes, I'm not talking about like a mixtape that I made, like with all my favorite songs on it. It's like a mixtape of, you know, that a DJ put out. What's some other good shit? There's a lot that are really bad. This one was awesome. This is a Snoop Dogg Who Kid mixtape. This shit rules. It's better than like any Snoop Dogg CD. Maybe not better than Doggy Style, but this has some awesome songs. I wish I could play the songs for you, but whenever I rip songs to iTunes, it won't import into Final Cut for me because iTunes is bullshit now. So the only songs I can play for you guys is shit that I download off of Rapid Share, and I don't have Rapid Share right now. But oh, this one was so good. This is like, what's the guy's name? Backlogic remixed the Black Album, Jay-Z's Black Album, and it's like so awesome. All the beats are better. This is when The Game was like dissing G Unit. It's pretty funny. The Game was actually like on fire for like 3 mixtapes. Neo was asking me about this shit, and like, I don't know. The Game was good for about 3 mixtapes, and that was it. This was like the right before 50 Cent released his album. 50 Cent is terrible now. His album sucks. Both of it, I don't know how many albums he has, but they all suck. But like, he started with mixtapes. That's how he got all his street cred and shit. This is hosted by Dave Chappelle, which is pretty cool. And like, it's got like, you know, it's got like The Game's first song on it and shit. This is the first time I ever heard him. It's a freestyle, and like, this was sweet. This is like an old G Unit. This is like why they got signed and stuff. You can buy these at Best Buy now. This is all like it's like a G Unit album. I mean, G Unit blows, but whatever. Now they do. They didn't used to. It's a Kanye mixtape. The Kanye mixtape he put out all these songs before he released his album, and they weren't like mixed like they were on the album. They sounded better, more raw. I thought, oh, this one is so good. Jadakiss' albums are fucking horrible, but his mixtapes are always really good. This is another. Green Lantern usually makes the best mixtapes, but this is the Champ. It's so good. They made a part 2 to this recently. I download them on Rapid Share now. Like I was telling you, I'm right about Lil Wayne and Wale's mixtapes. They're really great. Lil Wayne's albums can eat a dick, but whatever. Here's a Ghostface mixtape. This is pretty cool. Usually they release these before they release an album, and they throw a bunch of the tracks, and they have like some freestyles and this and that. And I always like to hear their freestyles, because You're Wrong, I'm Right said that an album is where you get to know the artist, but this is where you get to know an artist. It's a lot more raw. This is Detox, the Dr. Dre didn't release Detox. He was like talking about it for years and shit. So finally he just released a mixtape with like all these songs that he'd been working on, and there's some fucking sweet shit on this. Here's a Clinton Sparks and Eminem mixtape. Is pretty good. It's got like some fucking sweet Eminem verses that you'll never hear on an album. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into like all the shitty ones, but I have more somewhere. I don't know. This one was pretty good. It's Who Kid, Hell Up in Hollywood. There was like an awesome. This first track on this is good. This is actually a collection of different artists, but it's all Who Kid picked it. So I mean, like, it's basically a Who Kid album. So I don't know. So Raekwon. Yeah. Go to mixtapekings.com if you want to know what I'm talking about. Because mixtapes, Rap albums are fucking horrible. It's just like R&B to me.